Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to use the Bobcat and my new grapple to move some logs around. So what we've got here is a big pile of mess. I've just been dumping stuff here and it's been so wet this spring that I just really haven't got to much. So all of that there, I think it's one, maybe two loads of beech and some sugar maple in there. Good stuff. That I got several months ago. That was with the MT loader, actually. That was a while ago. This is what's left of my silver maple I went and picked up a couple months ago. And then I got this a couple weeks ago. There's a big beech that fell down, and actually, yeah, this is all beech. But yeah, it fell down and I went and cleaned it up. There's a short on that I put out. But the goal today is to align everything, stack it all up. That way, as I get more wood coming in the next few weeks and month, then there's a place to go with it and it's organized. So what I want to do is take this silver maple, pull it out because I need to cut that first, and I'm going to take all this beech, stack it up, and then depick that pile, stack that stuff up too. And we will be using my Bobcat S590 and my new grapple. I haven't done a video on this yet. I put out a short when I got it, but I want to show it to you guys and let me know what you think. So on all my machines that I've had, my Coyote tractor, my Bobcat MT100, and now this one, I've had grapples for all of them. Once you've had a grapple, especially if you're moving logs, you just can't beat them. Like for the guys to do it with forks, props to you. Because I mean, I can do it with forks and I've done it with forks, but once you use a grapple, it's just too hard to go back to forks because the logs just fall all over the place. And if you're cleaning up brush, you can't beat a grapple. My first grapple was Land Pride, worst grapple I've ever bought. It was like the clamshell style. That grapple in 2022 was like 2,500 bucks. They're probably even more now. It was only 54 inches. It was a flimsy piece of crap. And it bent up. I didn't mind the style of it, but it was way too light duty. That is what the guy at the Kubota dealership sold me. That's what he said I needed. And I even brought my tractor with me when I bought it. So going forward after that, I bought an express steel grapple for my MT100. It was the same style, but it only had one clamp because it was only 48 inches wide. That grapple was very heavy duty. I would highly recommend express steel. Again, if I was to buy another small machine like that, I would get an express steel, hands down. Awesome grapple, heavy duty. But when it came to my next grapple, this is an MTL, I didn't go with express steel again because they only made a grapple that was like super heavy duty for like 100 horsepower skid steer, and it was like 4,400 bucks. So more money than I wanted to spend, heavier build than I wanted to spend. I think it was like 1,200 pounds. So I went with this MTL. My buddy Jacob at Twin City Firewood, he turned me onto these in this style several years ago, and I love the style, and he had really good luck with the MTL grapple, so I figured I'd give him a try. So this is an MTL X series, I think. It's one of their heavier duty grapples. Maybe they make one heavier duty than this, but this one, I believe it's rated up to maybe 100 horsepower skid steer. I know the one below this is rated to like a 60 horsepower skid steer. My skid steer is 68 horsepower, so probably would have been fine. But with attachments, I've learned, especially after my first grapple, is you don't want to buy so heavy that you can't pick it up and you don't have any lift capacity, but you also don't want to buy so light that you're going to bend it up, or if you get something else that's bigger, you have to buy another grapple because these things are expensive. And I wanted to buy a grapple that if I ever do get a bigger loader, that I want to buy another grapple. So MTL, it's 72 inches, dual clamps. This opening is huge. I think it's like 39 inches, so you can really get a good log in there. It's got the root tines there, and I like this style because they're pointed up slightly. So as you tilt them and you scrape the ground, you can really just run this edge on the ground without, you know, digging in, and you can really skim it good and clean up all the brush. So I've only used this a few times and it's worked really well, but today we're gonna use it, show you on camera, and stack these logs up. So All right, so I got all the big stuff moved with the skid loader, and all this small stuff I'm gonna use my mini excavator to move. What I can anyways, because I would much rather sort logs and stack them up with the mini excavator than a skid loader or tractor or a mini skid. You just can't beat having the big arm and grapple, you know, thumb, and just moving stuff around. It's just so much more precise and less just going back and forth. So let's do that now. I got that done. For that kind of stuff, if I can get my mini excavator around it, I much prefer using that to stack up logs. That machine's only 2 ton. It'll lift up quite a bit. The problem is the thumb and grapple just isn't big enough to get around some of the big stuff. Really about probably 16 inches around there is about its limits. Need a bigger machine. Several people have asked me this though over the years, whether it's at shows or comments, hey, which would you rather have for firewood, mini skid steer or mini excavator? And to me the answer is always, unfortunately, one-sided. No matter what I have as far as tractor, mini skid steer, skid loader, whatever, the answer's always got to be a skid loader, just because it can pick up more, it can pick up pallets, it has a bucket. It's just more universally, like, it can do anything, it's just not good at anything. Which one do I prefer to run? Mini excavator all day long. It's just a lot less movement, you can be more precise with it, it can get in places that the skid loader can't. But if I have to pick one, it has to be a skid loader, mini skid tractor every day of the week. But it's really a luxury to have 2 of them. So I'm gonna move the rest of this with the skid loader. All right, let's go. All right, so I got all that stuff stacked up. I still have the silver maple behind me that I still need to move over, but I won't bore you with that. But as you can see, all stacked up and pretty nice. This went from a big mess of a yard that I couldn't really get any more wood into. Now I can get a whole nother row in, probably, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 dump truck loads. So as you can see, when I started out, I was moving those big beach logs. I don't know, they're probably about 8 foot long, probably 25 inches in diameter. And the big skid loader had no problem with it. And then this stuff was stuff that I had gotten with my MT loader, and that was stuff I had to cut into like 4-foot sections because it wouldn't pick it up over the side. So I guess that is the difference in 1,000 pound operating capacity and 2,000 pound operating capacity. That thing has no problem with that big wood. And I did tear up my gravel a little bit. You'll have that with anything that skids, really. Oh yeah, and for anybody that says, I don't want no dang skid loader, they tear everything up. 2 passes, 30 seconds, all smooth, everything's great. Skid loader's awesome. See ya.